Here we go. Thank you. I'd like to call to order the February 18th, 2026 meeting of the Broome County Local Development Corporation. First order of business is for council to administer the oath of office and acknowledgement of fiduciary. This is on the big screen, so Chris, take it away.
Okay, so Dan and Mike, if you can repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Michael Platka,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and then I faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of member of the Broome County Industrial Development Agency
the duties of the office of member of the Broome County Local Development Corporation.
Yeah, I made a mistake there. Thank you, Mike, for fixing that. And according to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, gentlemen.
Your word.
As we begin our meeting, it's important to remind everybody of our duty to act in the best interest of the organization. In keeping with our conflict of interest policy, I ask each board member to disclose any actual potential or perceived conflicts related to matters on today's agenda. To that end, we passed around a form which everybody's either acknowledged positively or negatively whether or not they have a conflict. If you believe you may have a conflict, please state it, and of course, write it down on the form provided. If a conflict arises during the discussion, please bring it to our attention immediately. If a conflict is identified, the board member must exit the meeting while the item is being discussed. Transparency protects the integrity of our decision-making and trust placed in this body. Next item is our minutes. The board has all received the minutes. Everybody's had an opportunity to review them. Are there any, the minutes are from our January 21, 2026 meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? There being none, could I have a motion to accept the minutes? Thank you, Dan. Second by Nick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Accepted unanimously. Now we've come to that part of our agenda where we have an opportunity for public comment. Anyone wishing to speak on any matter concerning the IDA, feel free to do so at this time. I'm sorry, LDC. Please state your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 5 minutes.
My time starts now. John from Binghamton. Again, we have a violation of Public Officers Law 31H. Have to take the oath of office within 30 days, sign the oath of office card, otherwise it's vacant. I don't know how you suddenly are, the seat is vacant and then you suddenly take office without being renominated. I'll take it up with Dan Reynolds. The LDC met in September of 2024. And that was a very curious meeting. ARPA money was distributed. You said you had 2.5 million in applications and 500,000 to give out, 14 or so approved in bulk, no mention of any specific project. John Bernardo was head of the LDC then, and it was very coy and very clever and an inside joke. He abstained and he said, I'm working on this for a long time or something like that, something to that nature. And he smiled and people laughed. Well, the problem there was there's a business that him and his daughter, wife, his family business had, Ave Maria Catholic Shop. They bought it from somebody else. They had it for a time. And the business was sold to the Pasquale family, county legislator Pasquale and his wife. Now, his wife was doing the bulk of the correspondence, but emails indicate that he was involved too, because you've got the emails in your files. So the Bernardos sold the business to Pasquale's, and a $25,000 grant was given in the end of 2024, and the business was closed within a year. You know, but I don't know when exactly, because I was there, I was a customer. So the question is, how much did the Pasquales pay Bernardo for the business? Did any of this $25,000 that was appropriated end up being paid to Bernardo as a balance or sale of the business? And that's needs to be addressed. You need to find out. You need to find out exactly what happened. Call the people in, say, I'm sorry, I know you got other matters, but we need answers on this. And first time that I know of that a county legislator's family got any part of a grant, you know? And two of them used to be on this board, and I was the guy that stopped that from happening because that was a clear conflict. So that needs to be investigated, unfortunately, and you need to come up with an answer on exactly where the $25,000 went. Did it go to Bernardo? And you need to, was any consideration given to the Pasquales, because Matt Pasquale is a county legislature. You know, just trying to keep things honest here, that's all.
Thank you, John. Just a reminder, it's the agency's policy to provide members of the public with an opportunity to speak and share their views. And it's the board's policy not to engage in discussion or respond to comments during the public comment session. Please understand that our decision not to respond should not be interpreted as agreement or disagreement with any particular statements. All comments are received respectfully and are part of the public and official record. Stacy, Executive Director's report.
For the local
Nothing.
development corporation, it's been very quiet.
There's very much to say there. So let's move on to the interim financial statements and loan activity. Are there any questions regarding the January 31, 2026 interim financial report? Easy enough. Let's keep moving. New business. As with the IDA, the items on today's agenda are primarily, I don't say regulatory, but reporting requirements. So we'll move through them relatively briskly. Item number 5 is a resolution approving the summary results of the confidential evaluation of board performance dated February 5, 2026. This comes from governance.
Governance recommends it to the board.
Thank you. Second? Thank you, Dan. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimously accepted. Item number 6, resolution approving 2025 mission and measurement report of the Broome County Local Development Corporation.
This also comes from governance with a recommendation to approve.
Thank you. Second? Nick, yours. Any discussion, questions? All in favor? Passes unanimously. Item number 7, resolution approving readoption of the bylaws, operational policies of the Broome County Local Development Corporation as modified is set forth in the written resolution.
This comes from governance with a recommendation to approve.
Second? Thank you, Nick. All in favor?
Aye. I abstained for IDA. There's no reason for me to abstain from LDC.
Okay. Carries unanimously. Item number 8, resolution adopting a policy on board member requests for information.
This also comes from governance with a recommendation to approve.
Thank you. Second, Dan? Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Let's see if we can make it one more. Motion for adjournment.
Oh,
All right.